you again.
Hey everybody, it's Miss Lisa. And today we're just going to kind of have a little bit of a fun day. We're going to make some slime. And you might know how to do that already. And if not, we're going to show you. And then we're going to make some slime gag gifts that you might be able to make and have fun with. So, I'm going to start with our ingredients. We need to have some borax. And we need glue. We have some warm water in here. I have a large bowl and a small bowl. And we have some food coloring. We also are going to need a half a cup measuring cup, and then we have a teaspoon to measure up our borax. And it's really important kind of when we're mixing these items, because if you have a little bit of too much, that's what makes it kind of gooey or slimy. So I want to keep that in mind. All right, so as we get started, I'm going to mix it up. I want to also point out that we should have coverings or do it in an area that's not going to be, it's protected so that you don't make too much of a mess. These items are not edible, even if we're making gag gifts, so they're not edible. So let's get started. First, we're going to take a half a cup of warm water and put it in our large bowl. We're going to take a half a cup of warm water and put it in our small bowl. So our water's in. Then we're going to take our teaspoon, and we need 1 teaspoon of borax. And we're going to mix it in with our warm water. Stir it up and make sure it dissolves really good. You want it, I have warm water, and that really does help to break down the borax. Okay? Now if you want to make it colorful, that's where our food coloring comes in. So I already have some different colors, so I think I'm going to make orange today. I'm going to use some yellow and some red. Now again, it's all about being fun, creative, using your imagination. And there we go. We've got some nice orange right there. Next, what we need to do, we've got the warm water in the large bowl. This is where we're going to be doing the major mixing. We're going to take our glue, and I'm going to pour it into our large bowl. You're going to squirt that in there, make sure that you're pretty accurate. Boom. I'm going to pound it on the table so it's level. You got a nice half a cup there. And we're going to slowly mix it in. Take your spoon or your knife, any kind of utensil, something you don't want to ruin, but the glue will, under warm water, will wash off any utensil you use. So make sure you check with your parents if you're doing this alone so they are okay with what you're using in the kitchen of theirs. Okay, so we've got our glue. Put this off to the side. We're going to take our spoon and just start mixing. And what's real important, you'll see it separating, but the more you mix it, it will start to gel together. That's really, really important to do that. Because the better the water is mixed with the glue, when you add the borax, and we're going to do it slowly, this mixture, we're going to do it real slow. Because when we add it together, it'll activate. And that's what makes your slime gel together. If you do it too quickly, it will harden very fast. So what we're going to do, it's looking pretty darn good here. Now, here we go. And we're going to slowly add it and mix it as you stir. And if you notice, it's already starting to get thicker. That borax is activating with that glue. So I have to stir and keep mixing. You can use your hands if you want, Betsy. That's fine too. And you might not even end up using all the liquid. It's up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down, but I'm going to get in there with my hands now. And I found that when you get your hands in there, and you notice I have my gloves on, it is kind of gooey, but the more you work it, more of the water starts to get mixed in there. And if you're noticing, it's not as liquidy, it's starting to really, really activate. And if your slime or goo is too dry, you can always add more liquid. So it's something I kind of practice back and forth. We got a nice fun color. There's a couple different fun things we can do with it. You know, you can just kind of work it together. It's kind of a fun jiggly stuff. It's kind of funky when you spread it apart. This could be considered kind of dry. I could add more water to this if I wanted to, and then just work it in a little bit more. Again, it's going to get gooey, but that's a part of the process. You're playing with it. This also, parents or students, this is a good sensory item too. Like if you're just feeling like kind of fidgety and you're sitting in class or you're at home, what I did with some of mine is I stored them into plastic bags. So this is kind of wet. Now it's slimy. So that tells us we've got a lot of liquid in here. You have to work it, take it out and spread it. And you'll notice it'll get worked into there, so it's not so slimy anymore. It's a little more gelled, a little harder or a little firmer. And the more you work it, the firmer it gets. The one thing you want to make sure is check with your parents again, because this isn't stuff they want to have stuck in their carpet. But what you can do with this, once you have it made, you can take a plastic bag and you can store this. Woohoo! So fun. It comes right off. You can take it and store it into a plastic bag. You can put it into the refrigerator. Sometimes it'll last for about a week. If you notice that it's drying out in your refrigerator, add a little water. Get the air out of it, squeeze it. You could store it and it'll last. But like I said, it's a good sensory, and this is a safe way to play with it too, parents, because then it's not all over the house. So here's your slime. We've made our slime. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun with it. We're going to make a couple little gag gifts. Okay? First one, I have a green slime that I made last week. I had that in the refrigerator. I sprayed some glow paint on it, but I did it outside. And now what we're going to do is I created some little funky creatures. This is we're calling our Halloween slime. I know it's a little early, but we're going to take some little characters, put them in there. I've got some little gel or gummy worms. You can stick it in there. And I have sprayed these too, so if it was dark, what we could do is we would see these, if we had the dark, we could see them glowing in the dark. So it's kind of, you're making a spook house, or you just want to get a little fun. Here's our little Halloween slime, just for a fun little gag. So I'm going to put this over here. Next one, okay parents, for those with weak stomachs, you may want to turn away. We just thought we'd have some fun. This is one I had in the refrigerator, so I'm going to just dump it out. And if you let it sit for a while, it's going to start to soften up and gel and spread out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I made this funky color by using all of my colors, so it kind of looks kind of green. But I'm going to take just birdseed, and I'm going to mix it in there. And this is not for the lighthearted or weak stomach. We are making fake puke right here, right now, live at our library. So this is a fun one. Again, these are gag slime gifts. So we have some fake puke. Now, for fun birthday gag fun, we are going to make ice cream, a fake ice cream cone or a bowl of ice cream. I made pink so that we could see the color. I have my cone, and what we could do, whoops, looks like we got a little seed stuck in there. So we can do here, maybe shape it like a scoop. We can put our cone right on top. I'm gonna put some marshmallows on it to kind of make it look very luscious and exciting to eat, but we know this is a good. I've got sprinkles. I'm gonna shake our sprinkles on. I've got shaving cream. Again, we do not want to eat these items. So we're going to, whoop, here we go. And of course, we're gonna make this look like our whipped cream. Oh yes, turn it around this way. There we go, looks a little luscious. I'm gonna take some more sprinkles, put it on there. Take our spoon, put it right in here. Bon appetit, happy birthday, right? So here we've made slime and then some fun little gag guests with slime. So today was just a fun day. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you have a great time playing and experimenting with it. Make sure you set up clean areas so you can clean up good. And remember, you cannot eat these items. Wash them carefully when you're done. We also want to say we're so happy that a lot of people responded to the mystery bags. We had some great results. I want to remind you, if you did post your pictures, come on down to the library to get your prize from me. And I want to let you know that we are now ending our summer videos at the library. We're going to take a break for 2 weeks, and then we will be back on live or video on Thursdays at 4 o'clock because we know you're all going back to school. So we will be making our videos on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Hope you had a good day. In the meantime, keep imagining your story. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you next time.